Easy.
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it, but
It's coming. It's coming. It's breathing. It's breathing heavier. Now, Rob, you'll see chat come in here. I don't think A can manage it, but I manage chat. If you want to chat, you can, but just talk to him.
Meh.
And baby, if we see any questions coming in for Rob, just if we can find a way to log those.
Absolutely. Yep. Totally.
Seems like a lot of work.
Absolutely. Totally easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. We have one person on Facebook. We got people starting to filter in. Hello, everyone on Facebook. How are you?
Hello, friends.
Who do we got in the house? Who's in the house? Dawn Shipley.
Dawn Shipley.
What's up?
Hey, I hope you got your T-shirts. I think I saw that you received them. I'm excited about that.
All right.
Some more.
Hey, Samorg. I'm so glad you're here,
And baby,
honey.
your visual is up on the right in that little gray tray.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Okay. We got a packed house for everybody today. Hello, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Hello, Jason Brown.
Hi,
Richard
guys.
Woodworth. Beth, Chris McWhite.
Ooh, Vaughn,
What's up,
hi.
dog?
Nice to see
How you
you.
doing, man? How you doing? Oh, man. People are pouring in now. Oh, my gosh. Danny Baker got here.
Oh, you did. I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
Why you got a ham on set for National Hot Dog Day? See, I'm not going
Hi,
to
Dean.
enjoy this as much.
Hi,
Usually
Jen.
I'm the smart ass on the other side of the comments. Now I have to deal with the comments.
Yes. Deal
And
with
I
that.
can't make
Patrick
sense.
Heffernan.
Day.
Patrick Heffernan in the house. What's going on, buddy? Hey,
Can't make
guys.
smart ass comments.
Patrick
about stuff.
Heffernan, my love. How are you?
Malzone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have
Mr.
quite,
and Mrs. Lundy, nice to see you guys too.
we have quite a setup going on here. We're trying to manage the sound. We got 3 people in this tiny room, and you're all going to see our beautiful faces in 3 and 2 and 1. Hello, everybody.
Woo!
We welcome the fantastic from StorySmack, Mr. Rob Otto.
I
is
know
in the
that
house today.
guy.
person.
I know that guy.
Listen, you
Hi.
guys, here's the thing. We have our first and almost assuredly only in-studio guest
Here we go.
ever.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have a lot of in-studio
So
guests.
we did the right thing and brought in Robbie. I'm so
Brought
excited.
in the widest one just to
Yes.
prove that you can fit 3 people in the shot.
And I
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
I actually set up Rob's chair to be back like 4 inches so he doesn't look quite as big.
Oh, come on. He's right
is.
next to me. Hi, you guys. How are you?
So we are obviously managing this on the fly. We've never done this before with the X person in the room, so I might be mucking about with sound and other things as we go. Roll with us. We're going to entertain you. It's
Beth
what we do.
Copenhagen just called us the 3 amigos, so I think she wins.
Yes. Okay.
Probably
There we
wins.
go. There we go. Let's hey, let's go over what we've got in the show. First of all, Rob Otto in the house, everybody. We've got SIGLERiNPLACE. We've got pup dates. We've got junkie picks. We have a couple of minor book updates. But more than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if I made this work. Here we have, I blocked everybody else out so we can do this. We still have some T-shirts on sale. I've seen the Facebook. Everybody is doing posting their pictures of their Kraken shirts and other jerseys. And this is what it's been like for 40 fucking years.
Does it bother you yet? It will.
It will. So we've
Ding,
got
ding, ding, ding,
a
ding,
few
ding,
shirts left. We don't know what sizes are available. You pretty much have to go to the
I
site.
actually can tell you.
Okay,
We
all right.
we'll talk a little bit more in detail, but there are still T-shirts available, and they are mostly XL, 2XL in Krakens, Rufflin Ridgebacks, and GFL. There are other sizes. There's just not a ton of other sizes. So if you're interested, go right now.
Yep. It's movie warm in here.
I'm just
so-
so
really
excited that I'm
I
here.
know, me
I'm
too.
so excited. All
It's
right.
the best show ever.
Okay, so that is all of our warm up, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very important day.
Oh, yes.
Very important. Today is National Hot Dog Day. There we have a gift from the
This
movie
is for
Meatballs.
Scott.
Oh snap!
This is for you. This is beef.
And for Rob Otto making fun of us for always being eating on camera. Now he's
Always
going to always
being
be
eating
eating
Okay,
on
but
camera.
you guys listen. Okay, so like 40 minutes ago, I said to Rob, like, hey, how do you take your hot dog? Because it's National Hot Dog Day. And he completely straight face says, just some mustard and some chopped onions. And I'm like, are you fucking with me? Because these two, who have known each other,
Cheers.
mostly your whole life,
Yeah.
literally prefer their hot dogs exactly the same way. I am like a normal person. I'm like ketchup, maybe sauerkraut if you've got
Wait,
it,
no.
dill pickle relish if you like pickles, things like that.
One way to say it is
Precisely
I
the
love
same.
Rob Otto's hot dog, and he loves my hot dog.
I mean, this has been like this all week, and I'm not complaining at all. It's the best
My
week
hot dog
ever.
had a first name. It's SCOTT.
Oh, well. And Richard Allen is in the house for both of you now.
Dad, you can't find me $1. I didn't
Crap.
swear. I didn't
I
swear.
can't swear.
No, you can't swear.
I am so afraid
he was finding
of
me
the
$1.
swear jar.
What's that, babe?
I think he's finding me $1.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well, then that's okay.
Okay.
This is why you're always eating on camera,
Always
so you
eating
sound
camera.
like ass.
Baby, would you tell them about National Hot Dog Day, please?
So
Lean in
here's
a
the
little bit,
thing.
Sugar Plum.
I normally give you like the background or whatever. National Hot Dog Day has so much media outreach. It's insane.
It's a lot,
you guys.
a lot of wiener.
Here is the first paragraph of their many pages of National Hot Dog Day. When we think of summer, hot dogs come to mind almost immediately. Not for me. It's just a part of the overall experience. A summer day at the amusement park, at a baseball stadium perhaps. It pairs so nicely with a hot dog or a tofu dog, or for those of you who prefer a meatless version, that works too. It actually says that. Hot dogs don't...
None of that is a hot dog.
I know. It goes on.
Sons of... Oh,
Hot
see, I
dogs,
almost said it.
hot dogs don't have to be made with meat, and anyone can enjoy the age-old American favorite food any time of year. However, hot dogs can be purchased and enjoyed at any time of the year. However, July 21st is the absolute day we hold them in the highest regard. I know that this is true because this is the first day I've held a hot dog in any regard.
Are you saying on July 21st we hold the wiener in our hands and regard it
I think
closely?
Yeah, we pontificate about a wiener.
A strange wiener right in my palm.
I mean, this is not an unusual.
Funny
This
that
is
you
not
think that
just
only
July
happens one day a year.
21st. Yeah. Richard Allen
Hello,
fined us
Shannon. You're not
$1
late. You're not late.
for disrespecting a meatless hot dog. I appreciate that, Richard. I do. I do.
Hot dog day is hot dog day. Can we
Hey,
make
only
like
Bob.
February 29th tofu dog day?
I mean,
okay
we
with
can't.
that?
I'm
Yes.
sure there's a tofu dog
Boz,
day now.
what
that you
all
say
this
that.
is, Boz is in the house. Boz, this is Rob Otto of StorySmack fame. And of course, my classmate from Sheboygan High School, best pal. He is in the house. He's here with us. He and I are, you know what, Rob, I think we got to jump off the script a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we'll get to it in a minute. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the main cam here. Boom. We're over here.
Hi, boom.
And coming up, it's the first Saturday night of each month. It is Steve the Iceberg, Ricky Berg and his 7-hour-long stoner meth mushroom party, also
Dude,
known
what a
as...
beast! What a beast Iceberg
He
is.
sits in 7 hours on a Zoom call to entertain all of you people.
Monkey Panis is so wrong.
Monkey
Sheboygan
Pants.
with a C less than Sheboygan with an S. Rude.
Monkey Pants, you are
Is that
wrong.
in this house?
Looks like Panis.
Monkey Penis?
Well, he's talking like a penis.
He's talking like a panis. The Sheboygan with a C is the greatest Sheboygan
Thank
that
you.
ever was. No question about it. Where was I?
Hell, I have no idea.
Anyways, going
Vaughn Hyde says
Go back to Maine.
veggie beanie weenies, and I am down for that as well.
So this is a 7-hour-long session, first Saturday. Is that right? First Saturday of each month. And Steve and a bunch of junkies hang out. You guys come hang out. You do not have to be there for the full 7 hours. Every now and then, A and I get a chance to pop in, but for the most part, we try and take our weekends to because we were busting our ass all weekend, all this other stuff. So. And then this week is super cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this. Gonna be awesome. Let me
Second
get
one.
it.
Don't miss it,
I
you
wanna
guys.
see the
Gotta get
graphics.
it.
Where are the graphics? I want to see them.
Coming up this Friday at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have our second episode ever of Monster of the Week. This week, our guest will be screenwriter Danny Bilson, who has written The Rocketeer. Yes. He wrote Da 5 Bloods. He also wrote the pilot script for Nocturnal from my book, and we have not got that made yet, but we are working on it. And Monitor, no, IMDb. If you guys want to get blown away by someone who's been in the biz for a long time, go over to IMDb. Look up Danny Bilson, D-A-N-N-Y, B-I-L-S-O-N, and feast your sci-fi eyes upon the stuff to 5 Bloods, The Rocketeer, the 3 seasons of the Flash TV show, the Viper TV show from way back when, all kinds of games. He did GoldenEye. He did work on a lot of them, 007, a lot of games there. He is the chair of the USC video game department. He is a professor at USC in film. This is a made dude. And I've been working with him about 7 years. 7 years now, babe? Yeah.
And he wrote The Rocketeer and quite a lot of the rest of the things that he wrote with his writing partner, Paul DeMeo.
Yep. And Paul is no longer with us.
Paul DeMeo passed a couple of years ago, so it's a beautiful thing. If you haven't yet seen the 5 Bloods, which came out last year in lockdown, absolutely see that. It's a great, wonderful movie. It's one of Chadwick Boseman's last performances.
Yep.
And it is the last thing that Paul DeMeo, who we knew and we loved, wrote with Danny Bilson or wrote at all. So if you have a Saturday night or something, go ahead and watch The Five Bloods, and definitely tune in because he's a great movie historian and lovely human being.
So, and oh shoot, I forgot, guys, I forgot about a part. Hold on, go back to Twitch. What we're going to be talking
about
about
Rondo Hatton?
is this man, Mr. Rondo Hatton, who Danny is fascinated with and has written Rondo Hatton into his various movies. This guy did The Brute Man, House of Horrors,
And isn't
Pearl of Death.
the blue dude on your graphic?
Yeah, that's Rondo
the
Hatton.
creeper,
That's
right?
Rondo Hatton.
As
That's
the creeper. Yeah.
Rondo Hatton did 3 creeper movies, so the monster we're going to be talking about is the creeper, and we'll be talking about that with Danny Bilson. This is going to be a gosh darn good time, and I hope that you all can tune in. Yes, Rob?
Can I be movie maven for a moment?
Yes.
Ooh, that was very illiterate.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you have only seen The Rocketeer, written by Danny Bilson, you will recognize the visage of Rondo Hatton because he put a character, made him look just like Rondo Hatton as one of the antagonists in The Rocketeer. So I thought at the time, wow, what a weird, why would they, over-exaggerate someone like that? Nope, that's exactly what Rondo Hatton looked like, and it was his tribute to Rondo Hatton, which I think is
beautiful.
very
Yeah,
cool.
it's
and I'm
really
sure
cool.
you and Danny will certainly talk about that on Friday.
And Danny has very specific stories about Rondo Hatton and also the gentleman who played to look like Rondo Hatton on The Rocketeer.
Very cool.
Danny is, as you might imagine, is an excellent storyteller, and we're going to have a good time with that, so that should be great. New books update. First thing we're going to talk about is, you guys, why is Rob Otto here?
What the hell's Rob Otto doing?
Clearly-
Just said hell.
Nice
does
to
hell
meet you,
count
Rob
as
Otto.
one of the drugs? Now I've said it 3 times.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Clearly,
Now it
this,
will.
this is a man who should be under supervision, not in our house. Why do we have him here? Because Rob and I have been working on a screenplay together for 4 years now.
At least.
At least 4 years.
Somehow I thought it was longer.
Well, I've been working on that
Probably
screenplay. I've been working on the screenplay for a long time. So,
From a gem of an idea from a very young Scott Sigler.
young Scott Sigler. The script's called Mallrats. We won't get too into it, but Rob, give us the give us your
Script is called
taglines.
Mall Pigs. We've
Mall
already done
Pigs.
Mallrats.
That's correct. I shot a movie called Mallrats. Maybe you've heard of it. It's very famous.
Hold everything.
The script
This is
called,
not Kevin Smith.
The script is. He did lose weight, so it looks a lot like me now. Rob, tell them about our 3 pitch lines for Mall Pigs.
All right, so just the very quick, how is it going to play in 1 sentence or less? This
Sure.
is Shaun of the Dead in a mall.
I accidentally asked you this when Scott was upset.
You did.
And you.
Absolutely you did,
And it's
yes.
perfect, right?
So,
like you've seen
or-
one of those two.
Alternately, it can be Cthulhu beats Paul Bart. Could Paul Blart, right?
Well,
Cop,
Bob Blart
right?
meets Cthulhu, sure.
Or the last one, Monsters versus Mallrats, but funny this time. There you go. There it is.
Okay, so
I like it.
So that's what we're doing. We have been working the screenplay. We tried for a long time using a program called Final Draft, and we would
It had
send the files back and forth. But we had huge version control issues. We tried to use Dropbox for it. We tried all these different things to be working on the same file. I would get Rob's, and I don't know what Rob had changed. Have to go through the whole thing. Finally, we were very busy. We got worn out. Now we're using a program.
Here's the cliff. Here's the screenplay. Just go ahead right off the cliff.
Yes.
There it goes.
But it's
Yep.
also been beautiful because for the last, after you sorted that out and switched software,
Which I will talk about momentarily.
you guys have been absolutely tenacious and interested, and there hasn't been let's just take a break and see if we can come back to it. Like, they have been literally nonstop. For 10 hours, and
Working
then they
vacation.
stop.
Yep.
Then they stop and they watch relevant movies so that they sort of don't like double up tropes, or they don't forget what a mall looks like or whatever, because we've been in lockdown for
And
16
even when
months.
I go to my hotel at night, because Scott doesn't trust me here while he's sleeping, we text each other ideas back.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? I didn't
Yes,
even know
we
that.
do.
Dude,
Yes, we
you
do.
guys,
So-
I have never seen Scott so completely focused. And I absolutely thought this was just going to be a fun time with his lifelong friend. And they are like
No,
10
we're working.
hours a day sitting at the
We-
kitchen
I don't
table.
know
We
what the hell you were
scheduled
thinking.
this.
I wasn't right. I wasn't right.
We scheduled this with Rob back when we thought we'd be done. I would be done with the GFL 7-second draft. I am not done, but we already had scheduled. Rob was coming out, so we went and plowed forward with
See
it.
what just
anyways.
happened? See what just happened?
What?
Now everyone's going to blame me for you not being done with the GFL book. You
correct.
son of a bitch.
That is correct. All right, so Rob, tell them a little bit about
another
Writer's
dollar.
Duet.
All right, so We could
This
have
is
done
not
this.
a sponsorship, by the way. We're just talking about it. Go ahead.
You could have done this like via Google Docs, but it doesn't have the natural formatting, and screenplays have a very specific formatting. So, what Scott did was writer duet, right? Fantastic website. I believe Scott, you have actually downloaded the app. I am just working on the online version, right? Really, make sure you show them your sign-in. Good idea, Scott.
It's hidden.
Okay.
It's goofed up. Anyways, we'll go back to Rob talk.
But the idea is literally we are sitting in two different laptops at the same table, and we are able to edit things in real time back and forth. We're able to copy and paste and cut, and it's all properly formatted, and it is wonderful. And that is literally, you have the paid version.
Yeah.
I use the free version, but since he has the paid version, I can
We're
do
able to
things
make it
in
work.
one of his scripts. So it's working out wonderfully. And even if we don't completely finish, we'll have the first draft done this week in a couple of days, but even if we don't completely finish, we'll be able to work, with me in the Detroit area and you out here in Cali.
In real time.
And we'll be able to work in real time.
It's going to be awesome.
Exactly correct. So we are so excited. It was the difference between this week working
yes.
and this week being much
Absolutely.
more difficult.
It's been really nice that we've had so much trouble working together long distance, and now we know that was due to the software
due
we
to the
had
software.
chosen to use. And now we have this, and we came in with 30 pages already done. And a rough outline. Most of that, hello, Julie. Most of that
Hey,
30
Julie
pages
Press.
is gone, and it's been rewritten. What page are we on now, Rob?
87.
87. We're going for a 110-page screenplay, and it's very fun. It's very crass. There's a lot of very crass humor, as one can imagine from us. So far, no fart jokes, but the script is not over yet. So we will see
honestly
how
can't believe that.
I
that
actually, now
goes.
that you say that out loud, I'm a little disappointed in us.
They're going to fix that in post, I
It's
think.
literally going to be the first thing we work on
Definitely
tomorrow.
going to, yeah.
Hello, Melissa. Hello, Jasmine. Hey, would you tell them about book news? Your book news.
Yeah, I've got a couple of book news things. First,
Talk about the drinks at some point. Hey, I'm whispering over here.
oh yeah,
Come on.
yeah, yeah. We'll do that first.
Okay.
So,
I just
as
wasn't
you guys
sure where
know,
that was in the
sometimes
script.
during
Perfect.
StorySmack, we drink shaker and spoon cocktails. It's not sponsored, but it's super fun. It's a subscription where you get everything except the alcohol, and then you just have to buy one bottle of liquor to fill out your bar, and it's beautiful. These are I
beautiful.
have no idea what this drink is.
Oh, damn it. I was going to look, too, but I figured you would tell us. I wanted it to
just
be a
slipped my mind.
surprise.
I literally was like, oh, but this is essentially
this
a
is
Mai
the
Tai.
Rondo Hatton. It makes your head big.
It is, yeah. It's so the liquor this month is something called Kachaka, which is a lot like a rum, but it is made from a different part of the sugarcane, and it's a different distilling process. So it's a little less sweet and a little sharper, kind of like a Scotch has a little bit of an after versus a whiskey, and this is essentially a Mai Tai, and it's lovely, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's
has-
tasty.
It
It's
makes
got
you look
pineapple.
like this.
Yeah.
The
There you go.
drink
Yep.
will make you look exactly
right.
like this man.
Before, after.
Yeah.
Before,
After.
after.
So I do have just a couple of book updates. The first one is you guys have been waiting so patiently for The Gangster, and now we are in the process. The Gangster is in the process of being printed as we speak, and it takes a lot. I don't know if you know how this works. I'll tell you a tiny little bit about it. If you want to know more, just let us know in the comments, and we'll talk a lot more about it. But the way you do it is the dust jacket gets printed, and then it gets folded, and then it gets put on the books. And the books themselves, they get put in what is called signatures. And a signature can be 8 pages long or 16 pages long. And if you look at any physical book you have in your house that is a hardcover book that has a dust jacket, and you look top down at it at the spine, you can see little signatures. They're like little stacks of 16 pages
paper
that
sandwiches.
are... Yeah, they're paper sandwiches that are stuck all together on what's called the ribbon. So we've done all of that. It's in the process of being printed and assembled. And the only remaining thing we need is we have to source truck drivers. Well, we don't. The printer does. To send it to California from the East Coast when they're done printing it, which is soon. And that's the one detail we don't have, which means I'm about a week away from telling you exactly when they'll arrive in San Diego. And then, as you know, with the Rookie, it took us 14-hour days. This is probably going to take us 14 9-hour days because now we're 10 years older. But we have the space to store them, the space to sign them, the space to do all the work thanks to our wonderful absolutely beautiful friend, Allison, who hooked us up with a warehouse space for her company, which is beautiful. So we're going to get all that done and get them shipped out to you, I hope, by Labor Day.
Yeah.
But that is in process. The other thing is, if you've ordered a t-shirt, even if you ordered it today, it should already be on its way to you. So if you haven't ordered a t-shirt and you're waiting, don't wait too long because we won't have many more. And if you're waiting on your book and you have any questions about it, I will have all of that updated by the end of this month. I stopped to ship t-shirts because I didn't realize that we had missing t-shirts when I said I would be done by mid-July.
Okay.
Now I'll be done by the end of July. You'll know, you'll have plenty of time. If I didn't get to your correction, just email me again. Don't stress. If you're listening to my voice, don't stress. We'll get it right. I promise.
Okay, that is it for the book news and updating the Kachaka hardcover in July. Great. Now we're going to talk about what I'm looking forward to. The next Story Smack is going to be Rob and I talking about Any Given Sunday, which is a completely over-the-top football movie. We're very excited about it to celebrate the pending launch of the NFL season, the 2021 NFL season. By the way, congratulations to any Milwaukee Bucks fans out there. Well done. Well
Absolutely
done.
well done.
Winning the title is super fun. Super fun. I don't know if they get to call Cheeseheads or Buckheads if they win that. They win for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I mean, I think aren't they?
Buckheads.
Isn't it the deer?
Deer, it's the
Deer Park.
The Deer Park.
Fear the Deer.
Fear
the Deer.
So that is what we'll be doing on second Saturday, which is August 14th. That'll be the next one coming up. So the first Saturday is Steve the Iceberg, Ricky Berg Zoom party. Second Saturday, Story Smack. It's going to be a darn good time. Rob, you excited about this movie?
I'm steaming, Willie beaming, ladies creaming. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Fear
Do the
the
shark.
Deer. All right, that brings us up to, baby girl, it is time for Siglebrations.
Okay, you guys, listen. I know I try real hard to make Siglebrations all about all of us. I do. I have to be honest, though. You're taller than me. Would you, when I say yes, would you put that up towards that camera?
Oh.
So here's the thing. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, our friend Smork, who's in the chat room right now, literally posted a picture on Facebook, and she was like, "It's done." Show them this. What she meant, you guys, was she drew this. This is a phrase that I say a lot.
Keep
Oh,
it up
Lord.
there. Keep it up, Rob, and see if I can get that zoomed in a little bit.
Keep
for
it
you.
up, Rob. Never heard that before.
And so she drew a picture of me saying "Oh Lord," which I say all the time. What I missed at the time when she said "it's done" is she made pins, you guys. She made lapel pins. She made
Keep it up there,
oh
Rob.
my goodness gracious,
Okay,
they're so
autofocus is on.
great. They're so great.
Now pull it back a little bit, Rob.
They're
That's
the
what she said.
tiniest.
There we
Oh,
go.
turn it. It's upside down. Turn it upside
okay.
down.
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
that's-
Yeah, that's
there
it.
we go.
There we go. Now you can sort of see my red hair, and you can see the Oh Lord, which has the empty sets in it. It's the most humbling, great, fun, cool, cute thing that has ever happened to me,
My
and
arm
I'm
hurts.
so great. I'm so
What's
grateful.
up,
Thank
Brian?
you so much, Smork.
Nelson is to be paid or free. Tell us in the chat room, and we will then say. And Nelson says Any Given Sunday is on Tubi free with ads, and is $4 streaming most everywhere else. Go ahead, baby.
So, Smork, thank you so much. I am so humbled. It's so much fun, and I literally didn't do anything today except go to the post office, and I wore it on my lapel the whole day.
Crazy.
The whole day.
Autofocus.
Autofocus, I like it.
Tubi, Tubi is free, and you
Yep.
can watch Any Given Sunday free with ads. So that's a
So
good
I
deal.
had to start
$4 if you didn't. Go
Siglebrations
ahead,
with
babe.
that because I was sort of shocked by it. More
Very cool.
Siglebrations. We have many, many, many. Crystal Sampson, who is Shannon Bethany's daughter. She turns 20 today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a handful of todays, and then I'm going to let you sing, and we'll sing with you after the fact.
Okay.
Also, James Buchanan. James Buchanan and Scott and I met on the Rookie Tailgate Tour in 2009, which
Jeez,
is
oh,
also
Pace.
when I first met you.
That is correct.
And there's a picture floating around Facebook today of the three of us at the Rookie Tailgate Tour stop, and we all look happy to meet each other. So happy birthday to you, James. Carol Donahue, I think you are in the chat room today. You have a birthday tomorrow that you didn't tell me about, but I looked it up on Facebook. So happy birthday to you. Angela Benford, my good friend, she came to Siglerfest 1,000 times. She has a birthday on Friday. Dear Jerry McArdle, my girl, used to live in San Diego, now lives in, I think in Oregon. And she has a birthday on Friday as well. And you know I love you, and happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Gramsy Chavaria, who I also love to death, who lives in Texas. She has a birthday on Sunday. And I know that whole house is going to celebrate you because you're terrific. So I hope you have a terrific birthday. And last but not absolutely not least, I will say we do have a few pictures that we're going to show that are sort of Siglebrations, but we're going to show them in the Junkie Mix. So don't worry.
I'm not pleased.
And the last one is, if you guys don't know, one of Scott's favorite writers is a gentleman called Matt Wallace. And Matt Wallace kind of came up a little bit after Scott in the podcasting universe and now writes a handful of YA books. But he wrote a handful of really good books. What is the one, Failed Cities, that you...
Failed Cities Monologues.
Monologues that he
good.
thinks is
really
that
good.
Scott thinks is one of his favorite books. And Matt's birthday is also on Sunday.
Matt, of
and
course,
he and his wife
also,
are lovely human beings.
Also
so
co-wrote Title Fight. And
Absolutely.
The Reef.
And The Reef, yeah.
Yes.
So,
And of course, everyone came up podcasting after Scott Sigler.
It's true. So
There
happy
you go.
birthday to all you guys. We do have a handful, like I said, a handful of other Siglebrations with photos in a minute.
All right. Now, oops, I covered everything up. Give me 1 second to get this damn shit out of my way. Boom. Something's goofy with the sound to me, so I'm trying to fix it. I told
No,
you
I
guys
always
might be
sound
strange.
like that.
You always It's a little bit better. That's a little
Yeah,
bit better.
Joshua, Failed Cities is awesome and
right.
easily, readily available. So see if you can access that. You'll probably have to listen to it. You
All
can't
right,
probably
it's
do that.
time now. We're back here. Tell us, we do advertisers every week. Tell us about our advertiser.
Okay, so this week, as I always tell you, in 2021, we are looking for global charities, national charities, but also very hyper-local charities. And this is one of the hyper-local charities. This is sent in by Matt Moretti. Matt Moretti we featured a few weeks ago because he got a tattoo. And then he sent this in. This is Special Bikes for Special Kids, and they specifically build accessible bikes for kids who have some physical disabilities so that they can enjoy biking on their own with their friends. And they build them one bike at a time for one specific person at a time, one specific child at a time. And as you guys know, many charities rely on their annual fundraisers. And in this year and last year, 20 and 21, we haven't been able to do that because of COVID. So Special Bikes for Special Kids was canceled. Their fundraiser gala was canceled last year, and it's also canceled this year, which is the right, safe thing to do. Of course. But that means that they are having trouble having the funds to build bicycles for kids who are stuck at home and really could use that outlet. So we are featuring them because it's a terrific charity. It helps kids get mobile. It helps kids get social. It helps kids get physical. And it's completely free to the child who needs it.
That's
so
great.
if you have the ability to share this or donate, consider doing that. If you guys have any information about charities that are local like this that you want to feature, please do send them to me at info@EmptySet. If you have global charities that are helping for COVID or helping feed hungry families or anything like that, send it to info@EmptySet.
Okay.
And we'll feature it in a future episode.
And we have one other celebration that came up in the chat room. Brian spiked a bonus, and Becca are moving to Tulsa in a month. He just got a new job out there with just a phone call today since they're doing celebrations. Congratulations. sir.
Woohoo! Way to go. Back on the rocket.
You know what we didn't do?
What did we... Oh,
For all the people, happy birthday to
you.
Hey, hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday,
everybody.
Hey!
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Many more.
All right, bitchin' balls out. Happy birthday
I'd
to
say that was
everybody.
3-part harmony, but it sounded more like about 17 people trying to make harmony.
Yeah,
so
and
close
no
enough.
part harmony.
Close
but
enough.
we
Close
were
enough.
very close. I'm putting this back on my lapel, by the way,
All
some
right.
more right now.
Let's get to everybody's favorite part of the show. I know it's my favorite part of the show. No offense to anybody, but let's talk about. It's time for the pup date.
Oh, yeah,
It's a pup date. There's a little
Baby
Reese.
Reese.
Baby
No
Reese.
gray in her snoot or anything.
My little peanut.
I will tell all you
Tiny.
junkies out there, and I'm wondering if they had the same issue I had, right?
Okay.
In photos, Reese looks much bigger than she does in real life.
bigger.
Much bigger.
Much bigger. I mean, you
bigger.
expect her to be like a 30-pound
You
dog.
expect her to be a
And
lab, right?
She's more
Kinda?
like this, yes. Yeah. So
She's
I'm,
20
I'm-
pounds right now.
I'm just saying, we've been lied to by these two for years.
And then our big pup pick this week is quite spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, nice.
going all the way back to the very first. Is that the very first Sigler
No,
calendar, sweetie?
I think this is. I'm not sure which. It's not the very first one, though.
Second,
It
third.
might be. Yeah.
But on the right, we have Squeaks playing General
Siglerissimo.
Siglerissimo. Yes, in the middle, we have the FDO, Francis Dominic
Reese
Olivieri.
Dominic
Reese
Olivieri.
Dominic Olivieri.
Funny thing is, Scott has worn that exact same zip up.
They
Yeah.
fit.
Oh yeah.
Same size.
Yeah. Yeah.
They fit. Yeah, they both fit.
Amy, the goddamn dog sitter,
goddamn dog sitter.
actually made ordered. This is like a baby Adidas tracksuit, but it had white stripes, and then she got electrical tape and taped over the white
so-
stripes.
Because it's
it
gotta
would
be
ma-
orange and black.
'cause it
Gotta
would
be
match
cracked.
Scott's.
And
Yeah.
on the left, playing Pope Siglerigus, Triple X, is none other than Stella. This is very funny. At the time, I was not happy that they would take my dogs and dress them up.
We didn't
but-
take them. That
Yeah,
was
you're
at your
not a
house.
fan of
That was
dressing
at
up.
that was at
You're
your
not a fan
apartment.
of
Yeah.
dressing the dogs up, are you? In general, just in general.
Not at all.
Not too much in general. However,
Great
I do
photo.
have one outfit for Reese coming up that is not really an outfit, more of an accessorization. We're not going to talk about it right now.
Well,
We're
yeah,
eventually going to get
accessories,
to it.
of course. That's a whole
I
different
mean,
story,
obviously.
apparently.
All right, so getting back to no, I forgot. Shoot. All right, let's get rid of those. It's time for the pup show. Everybody else's pups.
The pup show. Okay, so
Yay.
you guys, if you have ever been to Siglerfest or heard stories about Siglerfest, you know that a couple of years ago, well, I think it was now 3 years
Baby
ago,
goat.
we had a complaint. A guest at the South Point told security that there was a live baby goat.
Live baby goat.
In one of the conference rooms. And this is that live baby goat. She's actually not a live baby goat. She is a Bedlington Terrier. Her name is Lily. She belongs to that beautiful human
That's a
behind
dog?
her.
It's a dog.
That's a dog.
Get out of
That
here.
is Lily McArdle with her beautiful human, my
Baby goat.
former roommate, Kelly McArdle.
Baby goat.
Yeah.
And, all right. And so,
Kelly has convinced you that's
Yeah.
not a goat, and she's
Yeah,
lying.
it's true.
To
So
straight to your
this
face.
is the current what we used to call the Lair of Doom pack. Was the three dogs on the right of this photo.
Yeah.
Obviously, the one in green is Squeaky, the one in orange is Reese, and the one in black there is Stella. The beautiful dog all the way on the left, that is Cordy. I call her Cordy.
She's new to the company.
Cordy B.
She's new to the
Lockett,
company.
because I like to call her Cordy B.
Wait, who do we have working? Who do we have working in HR?
Jane from accounting.
This is Jane from
Yeah,
accounting's
this is
dog.
Jane from
On the
accounting's
far,
new
the two on
dog.
the far left is Jane from
And
accounting.
I'm super excited. This was from the last time we watched Amy and Jim's dogs. I walked them and took this photo. They're coming back
Yeah.
in about a month, so I'll have
All
more.
right.
I'm very excited.
I titled that
this-
photo "Reservoir Dogs."
Yes, exactly.
See, now,
Exactly
yeah,
right.
see, there it is.
And because I love her,
This
this is
is
Cordelia.
Cordelia.
This is a good, not blurry
sweet,
photo
sweet,
of Cordelia.
crazy,
She's a very
crazy girl.
crazy, very sweet
Very
puppy.
nice girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see her again. Now her snoot's even longer.
This is long snoop, and ears are bigger too.
Yeah.
What do we have here, babe?
So this is also McArdle photo. This is gray, and I just love this photo. As I just mentioned, Kelly and I are good friends. Kelly and I were roommates for a while, so we chat all the time. To be fair, I'm always busy, and Kelly is always busy, and Kelly is also a better friend, so he texts me all the time, and then we chat. But he sent this photo because I love cats, and Scott doesn't have a lot of experience with cats, and right
Not a
now
lot.
Kelly has a cat.
All right,
and this is
Nelson
beautiful.
just donated $100 to the
Ah,
Nelson.
thank you, Nelson. This
Boss
is
man.
wonderful.
Boss man.
And
Wonderful,
also, Maria
wonderful.
D'Souza agrees that that's a live baby goat.
Yes.
I'm
This
just
is a lot-
saying.
baby
And
goat.
not only
This is a
that,
lot
yeah,
bigger.
that is a Small Business Association photo.
but
Yeah,
that's it.
we
Small
do
Business
know.
Association.
The Small Business Association also has a northern contingent with Fenrir, who we showed last week, who belongs to Maria.
Let's go to
and
the
Stephen.
last dog picture. We have.
Oh, this is
Fuzzy
my
puppy.
brother's dog Cassidy. My brother and sister-in-law's
yeah.
dog
My
Cassidy.
buddy Jude?
Yep.
Yeah,
we
your
got
BFF
dog.
Jude. Yeah, I don't think he's here today. I don't know where he is, but I don't think he's here. But this is Cassidy. Cassidy, we have featured this rescue. Cassidy was rescued from a Turkish landfill.
Steve Compton just dropped $40 to the bike
Nice. You
charity.
guys
You
are
guys
the
are rocking
best.
it. Rocking it.
Thank
Well
you
done.
so
Well done.
much.
Thank you.
You bring me on once, you raise a bunch of money.
That's
I'm just
right.
saying.
Yeah, first time. Oh, Jude is here.
Usually when
Jude, yes, my boy.
usually when Rob raises a bunch of money, it's a completely different situation.
Only it goes mostly to single mothers.
But this is Cassidy Stenson. Cassidy is a rescue from, we've featured Rescuers Without Borders. It is a rescue specifically focused on bringing dogs that actually live in a landfill in Turkey over to the United States to be, sort of made healthy and adoptable, and then adopted here. And they are terrific. And Cassidy actually is the sweetest, most neurotic dog. No, that's actually Ranger, who's more neurotic. she's the sweetest dog, and we got to meet her in 2019 for the first time, and that's a picture from when I first met her. Look at her perfect face.
Listen, you can say it all you want. That is not a turkey.
It is not a turkey.
All right, last picture. Oh, we're back to
Back to the beginning, yeah.
So let's go back to
Buzzy
May.
baby goat.
No, the baby goat. When I throw a party, I really throw a party. Baby goat's involved. And now it's time for, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not at all happy about this.
No, it's Junkie Pets. Oh, we just did Junkie Pets. I'm wrong, you guys.
Lay off the meth, baby. Lay off the meth.
I mean, I'm
All right.
trying.
Literally has the script in front of her. I'm not sure
I
how
literally,
that
and not only that,
literally just talking about
you
a
guys,
baby goat.
It's right there, and I read it and said, no, it's Junkie Pets.
All right, here we go. Let's get
She's
to...
just so used to saying to the two of us, no, that's not what we're doing.
Let's get to the junkies. This is quite a contingent of pictures. I hope I have them queued up correctly.
If not, I can wing
But
it.
let us go. Oh, there it is.
Oh my
That's the first one.
God! Okay, so number
correct to
one, you
me.
I
don't
had the
have
wrong
them in
one.
order, but that's fine. I got the
go,
whole thing.
Go from there, baby.
You
That
guys,
is,
I know this is going to be hard for you to tolerate. I'm only going to tell you that
You
this
son of a
is
bitch.
Scott Sigler in the photo, and then I'm going to let Robbie tell you more about
So,
this
and the good
brilliant
news-
photo.
The good news is there were a couple of photos in here. So
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
time when Scott Sigler first moved from Michigan to California, he left some boxes of stuff at my house. And in said boxes was like a folder. In said folder were some photos. Now, this was a long time ago.
Long
How long
time
have you
ago.
lived in California now?
16 years now, 17 years, something
Look
like
at
that.
Maria,
I told you.
Maria and Robin.
Yes, I know. Try to breathe, Robin.
Maria
It's
is
okay.
like, oh my
Breathe.
God, I cannot.
Yes. So I told Scott the day I found these photos that someday they would come back to bite him in the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, let the ass biting begin.
Shannon Chavaria asks, where were your nipples?
They're on there.
It's-
It's
they're
just the photography technology was not as advanced as it is these days, babe.
They
Nelson
also
says
get
chef's
lost
kiss.
in the-
Mwah.
in those massive pecs.
They get
I
lost in the
mean,
massive pecs.
yes.
I'd like to point out that I left shit at Rob's house for 15 years, I'm going to guess, and Rob just kept it, moved with it,
Had
kept
it ever
it,
since.
kept it.
Exactly
So
correct.
there you go. Yes,
Bought
Matt,
several
ready.
houses.
Matt, this was back in the WWF days, sir. The WWF days. And we were, I was actually wrestling at the time. So as you can see, I'm deadlifting a whopping 225 pounds
Nice.
deadlift.
Wow.
Is that what it
beast.
is?
Well,
That's not a lot.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
Is that what it is, though?
Wait. Just because you were standing behind it does
I
not
have
mean you
chalk
actually
on my
lifted
knees, sir.
that.
Chalk on my legs.
There could be any number of reasons why you would have chalk on your knees. I
As
would
soon as I
actually-
said it, as soon as I said it, I knew it was a mistake.
here's what
Couldn't
happens.
take it back.
But I would like to point out that I believe the strongest muscle in this picture must be Scott's neck muscles, because how else would he be able to hold those massive eyeglasses up without his head just tipping over?
Okay, so can you make? Okay, no, don't make it full screen. I changed my mind. Okay,
You
so
don't want to see that any bigger.
last week after SIGLERinPLACE, of course, we have known that Rob is going to fly out here. And right after SIGLERinPLACE, he sent all these photos last
Right
Wednesday.
after.
Yeah.
There's more. That
Okay,
means
here we go.
spoiler.
You
No, not
you're
yet.
welcome, junkies.
I
So
have to
whatever
say, this photo I looked at and I was like, this is exactly the man I love. And I know you're going to sass me about that.
Thank you,
But
Nelson.
I'm not at all kidding. This is him completely dedicated to the task at hand.
Oh, we lifted like
Completely,
mad. Like mad.
right?
Yeah,
and
constant.
Right. And I actually loved seeing this photo. I loved seeing them all, but this one was very relevant
was
to
a-
me.
yeah.
Not because you're the beast that you are today.
Beast.
You're a better beast today, a
This-
bigger beast today. But this was beautiful because you're completely dedicated.
Balder beast today.
This was in the days of I would go to work with my dad. Dad was a teacher in school, so I'd go to school with my dad. I would work out for an hour before school. I would skip lunch and work out. I would go to practice, wrestling practice with Rob, and then I would have a personal practice after the wrestling practice. So there was a lot of.
Hold
That's
on.
what I'm saying. You were
Actually,
so dedicated, and
I
I see
believe
that.
this is either freshman or sophomore year.
is that
I think
right?
you are actually trying to lift for football here.
Oh,
so
probably.
This little
Probably.
fella, who really couldn't get on the football field because he was just not physically
Tiny.
built
He's
for it,
tiny.
but still this dedicated to try to make himself a better football player. Our junior years when they started the wrestling program, and that's when Scott Sigler, the Beast, was born.
Jason Brown asked, "What is with that belt?" Now you may think that's a strange belt. That is a normal human-sized weightlifting belt.
He's just that.
It's
that I
just
had
pulled that
pulled
far.
all the way to the last notch, and
Use a nail.
I had to have my dad go to the leather shop and put new holes
new
in
holes
it
in
Yeah.
it.
to make it
100%
fit.
correct.
That's how
Yeah.
tiny I
100%
was.
correct.
And here's the
oh,
thing,
Rob
you guys.
Tinnarella's in the house. What's
No
up,
way,
Tin?
Tin Man.
Tin Man's in the house.
Tin
Sweet.
Man knows this look.
Yeah, of course you had to
Yeah,
put.
Tin. I
But here's
did.
the
My
thing.
dad had to put new holes in the belt because otherwise I would not have had a weight belt, would not have been able to safely.
And I'll only say it one more time, but I've looked at this photo obsessively for the last week, so I have to say it one more time. As much as I love this as a, oh my goodness, what is that? This is beautiful because this is Scott today.
Yeah.
I am in it to win it because I'm here.
So, baby, whatever number this is, it's now
That's
it's
okay,
going to
I
go
got
through.
it.
So
I
the
got
next one.
This is also, so of course, this is old
great.
home week for Rob and Scott. This is beautiful because this is people who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting all of these people, but the one who's got his hands on his knees with a pink cat, that is
That's me.
our FDO,
That came out
Scott
completely
Sigler.
wrong. The one with his hands on his knees with a pink hat. That came out completely wrong.
What? That
no,
is
it would
true.
have come out completely wrong, bending in front of the 4 large men.
That is how
That's
it would
how
have
it
gone
come out
wrong.
completely wrong.
The gentleman with the gorgeous goatee and the red shirt there, that is this beautiful
This
human.
fella.
That's you.
And
Here's the
Holy
thing that I
crap.
discovered about
And-
2 hours ago. About 2 hours ago, I realized and literally ran downstairs and screamed out loud, though they were working, is the guy in the USA t-shirt Dr. Daniel Baker,
Dr.
PhD.
Daniel
PhD.
Baker.
And it is.
Before the letters were added to the end of his name and the beginning of his name.
Richard Allen says, why is his butt in the other guy's crotch? I'll explain. Because I sometimes don't realize how short I am. I thought I had been over so everybody could be seen behind me. The guy right behind me is 6'4", so I did not have to bend over at all.
I vastly prefer Shannon Chevria's take on this, which is the grown-up Sandlot.
Yeah, grown up
Yeah,
Sandlot.
this
All
is
right.
actually
Yep,
their
I can
10th
see that.
high school reunion.
Yep,
Let's
so
go.
that's
Let's
98,
go to the next
1998.
picture. Here is.
Oh,
this
my
one.
goodness.
This one, baby. The neckerchief.
Maria.
You know, oh,
Maria,
baby.
the socks are back, Maria. I think they also say
Those are
Sigler.
literally the same socks.
And they say Sigler now.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so.
I do. I think they do.
The socks. I'm pretty sure what my
I
mom
zoomed in.
does.
I think you wrote them.
Oh, I wrote them on there. That
Yeah.
makes sense. What my mom did and what I continue to this day is, if there's a sale on socks and they're all the same, I'm going to buy 12 pairs of the same socks because as you lose a sock and lose a sock, you don't care. You're really only losing one sock. So
Not
that's
a
all
whole
my
pair.
socks were the same.
Okay.
Correct.
Now,
Women,
did you
women.
also write L and R on them just to make sure they went on the correct foot?
Ladies,
Yes, I did.
ladies listening right now. Ladies listening right now. Look, you guys.
Wait,
this is a hack I only learned when I started dating Scott. He buys like 24 of the same sock.
socks. Yep. Yep.
You never have to match them.
By the way, you can see that the skinny gentleman on the left, you've already seen those sexy, massive soccer player legs and those massive arms. Rob, who is the gentleman on the right in the hat?
That is
Well-
not me. So that's the only reason why I included this picture, because it was not me.
Who is that? Who is
I
that, Rob?
believe it's Andy Kaiser.
That is
I'm not-
Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD.
That's Dan again?
That's
No
Dr.
way.
Daniel Baker,
Oh, he
PhD.
must be so pissed at me right now. Oh my God, that is Baker! Oh my God! Yes! Oh, thank you, Scott. With the-
asked
with the
Rob
hat
several
on.
times.
Yeah. It's,
I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so
Let's see if we
glad
can-
I showed you my
And
first
Beth,
rate
he's not
photo
wearing
last week.
panties. Those are just really short shorts.
yeah,
but-
that's what shorts look like back
Yeah,
in the day.
back in
guys.
the day.
That's what they showed. Wow. All right, so we'll come back to that,
Can't believe
baby.
that's
And
Baker.
then here is
That's
True Love.
Oh,
True Love Forever. Me and Robbie. Was this a
What a
trick?
catch.
No, this is a
So
wrestling.
I have
No,
no
no.
idea what
I'm
this
in
is.
I will
wrestling
tell you what
singlet.
this is.
Okay, good.
This is, I had a classmate, because I was so damn broke, take my senior photos for me in like the little art studio we had in the school. And Scott just decided to bust in his Sheboygan Chiefs wrestling gear and jump into the photo with me. So that is one of my official high school graduation photos with my good buddy Scott. And honestly, it looks like, I don't know,
But before you move from
somebody's
this photo,
awful cousin broke in. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on there, but
and in
yeah.
case you're watching on a phone and can't zoom right now, over Rob's head there is a thought bubble that says what a catch. And over Scott's it says, if you're rich, I'm single. And at the bottom there it says friends forever.
Friends forever.
This
And
was,
I will never recover. I'm so happy, you guys.
and this was from a scrapbook that my ex-wife had put
Oh, my
together, I
God.
think, for my 30th.
Oh, shit.
My 30th birthday, right?
Okay.
And so I tried to peel it out, and it started ripping. So I'm like, well, I'm not tearing that out. I'm just taking a picture of it. So there you go.
So we have
Perfect.
several
get.
comments that are worth mentioning. Julie Press says, best Sigler in place ever. Maria D'Souza says, you guys should create this photo, recreate this photo.
Try that. We will try that.
We
David
do have a
Lamb,
chair and a
you
half
are welcome.
downstairs.
We have a couple more to get through. Let's see.
Look, Richard's charging his money for making him puke.
Okay, so these are actually junkie photos. This
Happy hot dog
was
day!
supposed to be the first
Hot
junkie
dog day,
photo.
Sorry, guys.
These are some of my very favorite junkies. This on the left here, this is Shannon Chavarria, and this is her beautiful daughter, Em. And they are hot dogs. They they attended our wedding wearing these outfits. So I appreciate this beautiful hot dog family on Hot Dog Day.
Yes.
And
then
how
we
happy
have-
they
Notice those were not
Look at
tofu
this.
dogs.
They were not
Look
tofu
at
dogs.
this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Danny
So this is
Trejo.
Mr. Tracy Shank. As you guys who watch SIGLERinPLACE every day will know, every time we broadcast, will know that
Represent. What's
I
up, brother?
misgendered Tracy Shank for almost a year because I just assumed Tracy was a female name, and he beautifully wrote me an email saying, honey, I'm not mad at all, but I gotta tell you. And so this is him after the recent sale, having bought a Kraken's t-shirt,
Danny
and
Trejo.
he went to
Jeez,
Comics Palooza in Houston last
dang.
weekend and
Well
wore
done,
his
Tracy.
Kraken's
Well done.
shirt with pride. He
Look
says
how
two things.
excited Danny Trejo is.
I mean, what a fantastic human. I mean,
Right?
Tracy's a fantastic human, and Danny Trejo is a fantastic human.
Close enough.
So, yeah, Trejo?
Trejo.
Trejo.
Trejo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Trejo.
So he says,
Love
I got
his
this
movies.
photo
Love
up
him.
with Danny Trejo, super nice guy.
Yeah.
I really liked to listen to him talk, which is a beautiful thing to say, right? Like everybody wants to hear themselves talk, and that's what was the most exciting for Tracy, which was lovely. So he says, I did also get a comment about the shirt when I was walking out. A guy said,
Nice.
great shirt, love Scott Sigler.
Oh,
And that made me smile. Yeah, and
Scott, I
so
didn't know you were at
Tracy,
that Comic-Con last weekend.
so Tracy also said he's going to another convention, smaller convention, and he's definitely wearing that
Nice.
shirt too to meet people like him.
Good
Sweet.
picture.
Yeah.
And then we have, who is this?
So this is beautiful. This is Mario Spampanato's son,
Okay.
who last week got a bike made for him, and we had already created the script. He got it last Wednesday when we were doing SIGLERinPLACE, and he sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, we already finished the script." And it's beautiful because this is a special bike, which
Works-
is a
fits
great
perfect.
Which
thing.
is
Yeah.
today's sponsor.
Yeah,
Fits
and it's a
perfectly.
lovely thing. And he said he's super joyful. I have a handful of other photos. I may bring it up again because it's just to see how happy this kid is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm so happy for your whole family, Mario.
Very
And
nice.
just doing the same stuff that other kids do.
Yeah, that's great.
Well,
That's all.
exactly right.
It's great.
Yeah. And Steve, I know you're in the audience. This is Steve Compton and his gorgeous wife, and they are at the Devil's Tower.
Comptonius.
Yeah, exactly right. This is Comptonius at Devil's Tower in Wyoming, representing the Ionath Krakens.
That's awesome, bro. That's
Yeah, it's
baller.
beautiful. He said he's exploring the Black Hills this week with the family in the old family truckster, but had to represent Siglerism.
right.
And Devil's Tower.
So let's go back to this
no,
one
you
real
got-
quick.
oh, okay.
I'm going to see if I can blow this up a little bit, you guys. Here we
Oh,
go.
it's blowing up the internet already. Oh, nice, Scotty. Can't believe that's Baker and that I
I mean,
didn't
it
notice
is
it was
Baker, but I didn't notice
Oh,
either.
it's
I
totally
asked you.
Baker and I were in track. And neither one of us, well, he did okay. He did okay, like shop and stuff like this. I did not belong in track. I was not only tiny, I was very slow. But I did it
Excellent
anyways.
combination, by the way.
Really good athletic combination is very small and very slow. It really
Makes up
puts
for it
you-
by not being fast.
Everything you need.
But
Not
come on, the tie around thing over your shoulder.
The
Yes.
fedora.
Danny's fedora.
The
That's a
prescription
nice touch. Mm-hmm.
glasses that change in the sun. The
Polarized
Blues Brothers
glasses,
hat.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
tell ya.
quite impressive.
But at
quite
least
impressive.
Sheboygan is spelled the right way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, going back to Maine.
Well played.
Now that we're done with all
Dan
that.
hates me so much right now.
So we are about to do junkie questions. So I have a handful of pre-sorted questions that I'm going to ask.
All right, well,
If you guys have questions, please just put them in the
First
chat
of all,
right now.
we got to Rob is on the hook. Rob, we need your spontaneous question song. Here's your visual prompt and sing.
And it's time I'm asking the questions, and I apparently have more than one. Though I'm putting up one finger, I actually have several, because it's time for questions.
Yeah, well done, Rob Otto. Well done. Oh, I got to get rid of that. Back to Maine. There we go.
The first question, which is the most important question, is tell me a little bit about you guys.
We
Tell
don't
me a
you've
little bit
seen
about
it all.
yourself.
The pictures
No,
were,
I want to know how y'all met, when you might have been born,
I know exactly,
whether or not
I know
you're
exactly
twins.
when we met. Exactly to the date. Well, I don't know the date, but I
I'm
know
very
exactly when we met.
excited to hear this because I guarantee it's probably wrong.
There was a basketball game, and at the time, Rob. I don't think Rob had come over to Sheboygan High yet, or had you?
Keep going.
What
just
does
keep
that
going
mean?
on.
No, there was Sheboygan Catholic High School.
Oh, got
in
it,
Sheboygan
got it,
High
got
School.
it.
Sophomore year, then I didn't go to public high until junior year.
Junior year. So sophomore
Correct.
year, I believe there was a basketball game, and it was probably girls basketball, boys basketball. I'm not sure, but I remember the basketball game, and I was there was a girl I wanted to date, and I saw she was sitting with this guy.
Honestly, all the girls. I'm just
So
saying.
I went over and started
That's all of
doing
us,
doing
though.
what I do, which is be funny and tell jokes and stuff like that. And he was laughing so hard he could barely breathe. And he had his green jacket with the white sleeves on.
Catholic
and then,
high instead of public high.
And then I was like, "Who's this asshole from Catholic High?" And then he started being funny, and I probably almost pissed myself from him being funny. And
I
after
was like,
that,
who's this asshole from public high?
and then that's the first time we met, and then we wound up playing D&D together in Scott Christian's D&D group, and then it's famous from there. Is that about
Mr.
right?
Sigler,
Yes, that's about right.
what day were you born?
November 30th, 1969.
Mr. Robert Otto.
You know what, Rob? I think we need to role play. Can you get my wallet out of there, sweetheart? It's
I
in the
can.
second drawer
Mr.
down.
Robert Otto.
Here's how Rob and I
I
used
was
to.
born on November 30th,
here's how we used to.
1969.
Here's how we used to hit on girls that weren't from our
This is
town.
like, what's your line?
This is exactly what I wanted to do, and I didn't even think about the props. You guys,
Okay, make sure-
they
tell me your
have
address.
done this successfully.
So what? Not successfully multiple times. So we would see.
Oh, we've done it unsuccessfully much
Much
more
more.
often.
Doesn't
Doesn't
would
matter.
see-
You did it
We would see
successfully at least a few times.
A couple of young ladies, clearly friends, hanging out. We would go, and then that was our okay, we're gonna go talk to those girls. We'd start talking to them, and I'm Scott, he's Rob, and we were fairly conversational. We get away with stuff is okay, and then they'd ask a question, and when we wanted to finalize the intro, we would say, "Oh yeah, we're brothers. We're twin brothers." And they'd like, "You guys are not twins." They're like,
Well, we're fraternal
twins, not paternal twins."
Obviously.
And then we would
Before you
explain the
finish-
biology.
Would you both just stand up with your headphones on
Sure.
right now? Scoot over. Scoot over. Scoot over towards me, you guys. Scoot over towards me.
It's not gonna work, babe.
No, that is the thing I wanted to show you.
Yes.
There you go. Sit down.
Here's my
here.
titties.
Yeah.
My shoulder.
Yeah, you guys.
Here somewhere.
Now you both please take your seats. They're
we would
At least she didn't have
twins.
to take our pants off this time.
we would do that, and they of course would flip out, and then we would get to explain during some paternal and fraternal twins, and they would get that
Science.
that doubtful eye, but maybe they'd heard it somewhere and they didn't remember it, and be like, "No, that's real science. You can look that up. This is in the pre-cell phone days, guys. No cell phones." Then we would say, "Okay. If you guys are brothers and twins, how come you have different last names?" And I said, "Well, Rob was the 9th child in the family, and they didn't want a 10th child, so sad as it is, they
So
put
they
me up
picked
for
the best
adoption."
twin.
And Irvin Carroll adopted me, and so we just basically grew up in different
is
houses.
so
But
terrible.
but we are twins.
And so gullible.
And they would be like, "This is not true. You guys are such liars," and this is what sold it every single time. We would go, "Oh yeah, here's our driver's licenses. Look, they have the
trust me.
exact same date."
Got the date on it.
And I know you can't really see, but they
There's a
fucking
date on
do.
there.
They were born on the
Born on the
same
same day.
exact day.
So that, after we threw all the bullshit at them, some random coincidence that we were born on the same day, they were like, "Oh my God, you're brothers."
That was just stupid enough and plausible enough that nobody would make that up because it's so easily disproven
Yeah.
until, pow, proven, science.
the third set of facts you get in front of your face. Apparently, people believe that one.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then the girls we would wind up talking to the most of the ones who were like, "You guys are so full of shit."
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Can we hang out
And you're
anyways?
like, okay, but also wasn't that a good try?
And they would be like, "That was an
Yeah,
excellent
but
try.
as
Would you guys like to
usual,
sit
you
down,
know,
hang out? It's good."
we would try entertaining each other more than them, and then end up, as usual, the two of us alone
That
with none
also-
of them.
All right.
That
Yes.
also absolutely
Let's see where
tracks
we're
you
at in
guys.
time. Baby, let's go to questions, please.
Okay, sure.
All right, hit it.
All righty. So we have from Mike Weirs, who I think is in
Crap,
the chat
swear
room.
jar. Damn it.
He says, "Okay, Scott, I have been re-listening to Ancestor. Being an avid snow machiner, which you guys in the lower 48 would call a snowmobiler, I noticed how in-depth Sarah explains the physics of riding and jumping very, very accurately to
What?
Colding. Did you grow up riding and pull that knowledge from personal experience?
I will tell you that I rode a lot of snow machines. There were snowmobiles we grew up, being smart. Rode a lot of snowmobiles when I was a kid. We had an old, like a 1962 Polaris that my dad traded for a set of golf clubs, and we would ride that around
that deal.
and just beat the crap out of it. It was very fun. So we were heavy snowmobiles, but the main thing I did for Ancestor was when it was time to write that book, I fancied myself as a Jack London type guy. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to actually go snowmobile all over and learn everything I can about it. So when I write about it, it sounds authentic. I had gone to Mammoth Caves for Earth Core, so I knew what it was like to be that far underground and very tiny confines. And that went great. And, so learned a ton about Ancestor. I've told some of these stories before, so I won't tell them tonight. But that is all hands-on experience with the snowmobiles, and I'm glad you caught it. And most importantly, I'm glad it passed muster. That's the main thing I'm trying to do when I spout stuff off like that.
In addition, anytime Scott Sigler has written about a penis in his book, that is also hands-on experience.
Hands-on experience. That's correct.
Okay, so Jason
correct.
Brown, he asks, I never really got into the GFL, but I love everything else. When can we expect more non-GFL work? Generations was amazing. Please, more like that.
Well, the non-GFL work you're going to get in the near future is the Crypt. We're hopefully getting into the Crypt. So,
Sorry.
these guys. So I got to finish GFL 7, and move on to Crypt Book 1 and 2. After Crypt Book 1 and 2, it is GFL 8. Did you just move it again?
Yeah, because we were so far over. Sorry, I'll move it back.
Yes. Then we'll be GFL 8, and then we'll get into other non-stuff. So it's mapped out very specifically right now. GFL 7, Crypt 1, Crypt 2, GFL 8, and then I'm out. And
Has
I can
there
write
ever
whatever.
been a Crypt print version of the Crypt,
No,
or it's
that
only
been-
been audio? That's
it's
why.
been- yeah.
Because I've heard the stories of you talking about it for years, and
Yes.
I've never actually read
And
it
it will be-
because
it will
I
be
don't
different.
like listening to your voice.
So
We'll
Matt,
get into that more. We'll get into that more in the future, you guys. Yeah.
so Matt Moretti asked,
This voice is perfect. He's crazy.
This
Listen
is
to this butteriness. It's so good. Go ahead,
this
baby.
is definitely an ADD question.
Hit me.
I thought of while I was at work. Is there a main prayer for the Church of QB or the Purist Church?
There is not at this time a main prayer or any mantras for the COQB, which is predominantly Sclerono run, so who knows what the F they're talking about. And no, not for the Pure Church. However, I will say, small spoiler, GFL 7 brings in a whole new church.
Oh!
And it is going to blow your granny
No, you
panties
didn't.
out the door, son. You're not ready for this at
You
all.
heard it here first.
Yes, thank you,
Breaking
Maria.
news.
I have a mellifluous voice. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
Thank
you don't know
very
what
much.
that means.
It means pretty.
Joshua Loya, my good friend Joshua Loya asks, okay, question, Scott. Several years ago, you started to unpack the fight between Quentin and Jew at the end of the starter.
Mm-hmm.
I was really, really impressed as a martial artist of 16 years now. What
Nice.
fed into that realism? What martial arts or fight training / experience do you have?
Number one, wrestling. That is a martial art. I did that for many years. Then I got into Taekwondo, and I got into, after Taekwondo, which I didn't really enjoy that much because it was just a lot of stuff that I didn't think applied to actual fighting. And I thought it was a lot of stuff that was there to make people money, the people running the course. And then that was about the time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu started to come around. So I did train in BJJ for a while. And then I think it was, 2 years ago, I was doing just local training. 4 years ago, I was doing local training for BJJ and boxing, and I broke a rib in boxing.
Yeah.
I got hit real hard, broke a rib.
Amen.
And then as soon as that healed, I came back. Then I broke my thumb in BJJ. And so now that I had to write my hand sideways like this because the thumb would not move. And then that was I've sort of retired from it since then. I'm like, if I'm going to get hurt and it's going to get in the way of actually doing my job, I don't do it anymore. But I'm still a huge MMA fan, decent, moderate boxing fan. But a lot of the fundamentals of combat sports are similar across the board. And if you know basic inside position, basic stuff, you can write about it. Hopefully.
I would like to point out, I'm sorry. Hey,
Sure,
is
no
this
problem.
continuation of his story, or is this the next question?
It was another question, so you do
Okay,
you.
So Richard had to leave, so he gave the swear jar over to Baker.
Oh, no.
Who has now fined me $1 million for bringing those damn pictures. I told you I was afraid of the swear jar.
Definitely happy about these developments.
That's a big find, Doc. That's a big
Some.
find.
I forget who asked. I'm so sorry because that everything went out of my head with that.
BJ Jiu-Jitsu. That's an excellent thing. That's
Yeah.
Which
He's
is
been studying
somebody
that since
asked
before I
if
knew
you
him.
guys were switched at birth, perhaps.
No,
We're
we're twins. Let me show you our
twins,
IDs.
We can prove it. We can prove we're twins, you doubter.
Also, Shannon says they actually wore real adult costumes to our wedding, but it was for my hen's party that they wore.
That they wore the hot dogs?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
So, Michael Grace, you say non-GFL fan. Hey, listen, you got to like what you like. There's no problem if you don't like it.
Oh, I'll
There's
shame,
no
I'll shame you right
problem.
now. I will.
No.
Forget what she says about being nice to people.
There you go.
I've said enough. I believe I have said enough.
You did. Okay, so here's Ryan Moore asks you, Scott, what is a story you'd like to read but don't think you're the right person to write?
I'd like to read a story that I'm not
You
the
want to
person-
read a fiction story, but you are not the person to write that story.
Story about a man losing his virginity at a young age, because certainly is not the correct one to write that story.
A story about a man with an incredibly tiny penis, because that's me. I can write that one.
We
Sorry.
should probably ask
Say,
another
big high
question.
school football story.
Hey,
You can't write that
David
story.
Lamb. David Lamb.
A story about a guy
asked-
with a friend who's not a jackass. I mean,
He definitely could not write that story.
David Lamb asks, as a Michigan native son, what is your favorite
sweaty.
Michigan-grown or produced food
Cherries.
that you miss?
Traverse City cherries.
Are you sure?
Traverse City cherries.
How do you feel about Fago?
Fago's very good. I like
Better made
Fago, but
potato
I can
chips.
get Fago. I can get Fago.
Yeah.
Verners. Can't really get
Verners?
Verners
No,
everywhere.
you got Bevmo. Bevmo's got all the stuff.
Bevmo
You go to
gets you
Bevmo,
free-
yeah. You get.
But
you
I
know,
think it's probably Traverse City cherries.
Tra-
Those are impossible.
Traverse
to get.
City cherries. There is nothing like them on
Town
the planet.
Club bottles of soda
Okay.
when we were
Okay.
kids.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still get all the better made and freaking Entenmann's that I want. So screw y'all.
No, there you go.
Ooh, Entenmann's, yeah.
Entenmann's
That's
are
a
very
me
good.
thing, too.
Yes.
So somebody asked what makeup I'm wearing on my eyes. This is Morph's Live With Love. It's new for Pride Month. It was out last month. You can still buy it. It's still available. MORPH. If you we go back to the big photo, you will see I am wearing, they're all named Pride colors. And yes, I'm wearing sort of gold and orange colors. And you can get that at morph.com and look for the Live With Love.
All right.
And
No one
they
asked me
donate.
about my makeup.
And they donate all their profits to the Trevor Project.
See, that's
Okay.
nice.
That's very nice. All
I
right,
was
babe, we
making
got
a joke, and you're over here being nice. What a
Well, I was
jackass.
trying. I was going to wait for you to be the jackass after. But
You knew it was coming.
I was fine. And I'm fine with it. Let's see.
Let's see how baby girl.
Jason Brown, you asked, he's left-handed, isn't he? But I don't know who you're referencing. So Scott is.
No, Rob is not.
Robbie is right. Like
I'm
me.
actually ambidextrous.
Oh, are
I
you?
play some sports left-handed, like I play basketball left-handed.
No, you're
racket
goofy.
sports left-handed, but I write right-handed.
So
and
you're goofy.
I do,
But do you-
other things
do you-
right-handed.
You're goofy.
Do you
I'm
write?
ambidextrous.
No. Ambidextrous means you can use both hands and both feet the same way. I'm also
is correct,
goofy.
baby.
Why is that goofy? Why does goofy have to get
It's called
involved?
goofy-footed. It's
There you go.
I write with my right hand, but do all like sports with my left hand, my left foot forward.
Here's another goofy question.
Yeah.
How come he gets pants but Pluto doesn't?
How does Goofy get? Goofy gets pants. Mickey doesn't have pants, right? The Mickey doesn't
that
have
wasn't
pants.
the question.
How come Goofy wears pants and freaking Donald doesn't wear pants? No, Mickey only wears pants.
Mickey only
Donald doesn't wear any
Donald
pants.
doesn't wear any pants.
You guys, I
Just
think
some
we.
consistency. I just want some
Pluto-
consistency.
I think
Pluto's
we're
a dog.
kind
No
of-
clothes. Goofy's a dog. He gets a freaking vest and some pants.
Donald Duck is a duck, no pants.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is a mouse, pants,
No shirt.
Okay, so
Wow,
Jason
right,
Brown,
there's a story I
you
wanna
are
write right there.
absolutely correct. I try to live with love every single day of my
Live
life.
with
You all
love.
should try
live
that
with-
out.
I live with pure hate in my soul all
Yeah.
the time.
That's
It's
nice.
good
All
because
the time.
I love so much, it kind of cancels that out, and then he gets turkey bacon, so it's okay.
Yes.
So I think we're done for the day.
Are we?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, let's do. We got one more question.
I think we were done a
Do you
long
want
time
one
ago.
more?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
more.
sure,
Well, no,
okay.
if you have to look at.
I have to look it up, yeah,
then
otherwise we're fine,
Then we're done.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us thank fantastic Rob Otto for being there. If you want more of
That's
Rob,
me.
he will be with us for StorySmack for
Steaming.
any given Sunday. I often refer to the rookie as Any Given Sunday meets Star Wars meets The Godfather. Now, for who was it that didn't like the GFL that got swore at by Rob bleeped it?
Oh, I don't know.
That you just
No,
read
it
The
doesn't-
Rookie.
yeah.
Read the first 4 chapters of The Rookie. If you don't like it, let me know. We'll take care of it. We got you covered. You can get that for free in audiobook from iTunes. You can also get the ebook for free over at Amazon and pretty much any place ebooks are. So you have no excuse not to try it. 4 chapters. If you don't like it, you put it down. But you're going to be reading it all over the place, and it's going to be slapping you like this and like that and like this.
As you guys know, we are here every
Jason Brown.
Wednesday. Yeah, we are here every Wednesday for you until we are back in a normal world, which may never happen. Who the fuck knows? So in the meantime, if you
Jason
have
didn't
any...
Jason listed the first 3 books, didn't like them.
That's okay.
That's
Well, no,
fair.
that's
That's
fair.
okay.
That's fair.
Got it.
Totally
No
okay.
worries.
Yeah.
Jackass.
If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for charity, if you have anything you want to celebrate with pictures or not, just send that to info@EmptySet.com. And I am going to see if maybe Robbie wants to take over for me
I
in
want
the
one of these.
sign-off, right?
I at least want one. I just want one.
So I'm going to start. You email your info. Anything you want to celebrate, anything you want us to look at, to info@EmptySet.com.
I may have watched this a time or two.
Hey, Robbie, what should they do? They should.
Well, you can also send in content ideas for Sigler in Place. Send in your questions for Sigler in Place. Send in nonprofit sponsor ideas. And again, you will do that at the email address info@emptyset.com.
I would like to point out that while we will be back next Wednesday, July 28th, celebrating National Hamburger Day, it's clear that someone this smart only... Rob, you're so smart. Is there any chance you were born on November 30th, 1969?
Oh, Lord.
From what I
November 30th?
understand, that's
'Cause
when the smartest
only
people...
the smartest people are born on November 30th. So,
Lord.
again, next
Like
week,
us and
we
Ben Stiller,
will
right?
be eating on camera. Yeah.
We will
Oh,
be
yeah,
eating
always
on
be eating
camera
on
because
camera.
next week, July 28th, is National Hamburger Day.
I
We
said that.
will sadly not have Robbie with us,
I
but
was
we will
here
be
just
eating
to
on
be a hot
camera.
dog.
Until then,
Until then, we need you guys to stay safe.
we need you to stay smart.
And stay science.
And for the love of science, stay informed.
Ooh, I
God
get to
damn it.
kiss. I get to kiss. I get to kiss.
Yeah, we all do.
I want to blow a kiss.
All right, hold on.
Come
hold
on.
on.
I'm
It's
so
time.
excited.
It's time for us to tell you to all kiss off into the sky. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.